Okay, guys, let's go. Hey, Mark, action.
Oh, you can't imagine.
This is like a nightmare.
Tell the truth, you'd love to have the fate of the world in my hands, wouldn't you?
It's the eve of destruction. Don't go anywhere. And whatever you do, don't look up. You might see something very scary up there. For the next hour, E's giving you an exclusive, behind-the-scenes look at the making of Independence Day.
A big B.
Fat B,
A little
Buck
B.
Channel.
Hey, we get the
Naked
point.
Baby.
Give up.
Places
Ugly
to visit.
pictures.
Where'd they
Now
go?
what?
Okay.
Oh, behind the scenes. Okay. Why didn't you say so?
Hi, I'm Bill Pullman. Welcome to E's one-hour special. We're going behind the scenes of Independence Day. And take my word for it, this movie is going to knock you out. It's very much like it knocks these people out. I have a pretty big job in this movie. I play the President of the United States, and the planet is invaded by aliens from outer space, and there's explosions and fire and panic in the streets, and we have aerial dogfights, and then acts of heroism, and lots of really cool effects. It's a very huge movie, and this kind of big, spectacular movie doesn't come easy.
Speeding and action.
Nothing comes easy when you have the fate of the world, not to mention tens of millions of dollars and box office bragging rights at stake. Independence Day is the most anticipated movie of the year, a take-no-prisoners warp-speed ride that manages to combine state-of-the-art technology with a very human story.
It's a big epic.
This movie starts on July 2nd in a year, a few years in the future.
The world is in trouble because spaceships appear one day in the skies.
Before they know it, cities are being destroyed.
Bill Pullman is the president, and I'm a member of his cabinet.
They find out that by July the 4th, everything's going to be gone.
And I help the president for whom she works.
David, tell him! I keep them honest. I'm strong. I'm kind of funny. I don't know. And I react well to aliens.
I lead the first wave of attacks against the alien craft.
Are you still with me?
And this movie climaxes at Area 51, where we find out that the government has had an alien spacecraft for the past 50 years.
She's a beaut, ain't she?
Everybody gets a chance to be somewhat of a hero.
It's got a lot of kind of like intricate personal stories.
The humans are the good guys. I mean, that's PC enough, isn't it?
Doing a disaster movie of all disaster movies.
Easier said than done, but right up the alley of director Roland Emmerich and producer Dean Devlin. The filmmakers wanted to pay tribute to the old Irwin Allen movies of the 70s, movies such as The Poseidon Adventure and The Towering Inferno.
To do a disaster film today, you have to really create a disaster on an international level. In this film, it's really much more realistic in the sense that it's like a force of nature. It's like locusts. They've just arrived, and we're not wanted.
Devlin and Emmerich had a big advantage over Irwin Allen. Computers and innovations such as digital compositing have opened up a brave new world for movie makers.
Every day, new software comes out and new techniques.
There's no limits anymore. That's the coolest thing that can happen. Also, I think it will be totally democratic in a way, because I think it will, because of digital revolution, filmmakers will pretty soon can do the same effects we're doing, like in their garage with their personal computer.
The only limitation will be the imagination.
Yeah.
Of course, imagination is where the actors come in. After all, it isn't a simple task to feign fear and horror when you're confronting an empty space.
It's like, oh God, I really hope these guys know what they're doing making this movie. You know, because it's like just acting with nothing.
The basic concept of Independence Day, is there anybody else out there and are they friendly, is not new. Through the years, dozens of films have tackled the topic, some more successfully than others. But one movie set the standard by which all others are measured.
Here's where the fun begins.
what's so amazing about the original Star Wars is that they had to invent all their techniques. I don't think anyone's going to really kind of rival that. When you sat down and saw Star Wars for the first time, it was images you'd never seen before, and it really blew you away. I mean, my world was changed. I knew what I was going to do when I grew up. I was going to make movies like that, fun event pictures.
Fortunately for Dean Devlin, he met his kindred spirit in Roland Emmerich. The two joined forces. Their sleeper hit Stargate made a lot of money and opened a lot of doors. During the promotion for that film, Emmerich came up with the idea for Independence Day.
So one of the foreign reporters asked Roland if he believed in UFOs, and Roland said no. And the reporter got irate, said, how can you make a movie like Stargate if you don't believe in space aliens? And Roland said, well, because I may not believe in it, but I think it's an incredible idea. I mean, wouldn't it be great if it did happen? I mean, what if?
Emmerich and Devlin wrote the script in about a month and sold it in a matter of days. Piece of cake. Casting the film, however, took a little more effort, particularly when it came to the pivotal role of the leader of the free world.
There was a certain number of people with boxes. No, not the president of the United States. I was nervous. I'd had, a lot of bad dreams about this part, like I wasn't going to do it, or wasn't going to be able to pull it off, or, I don't know why. Very seldom I had that kind of, that kind of like anxiety.
That's all changed.
All those doubters, come on, I'm going to take you on. Let's do it.
The studio is backing Bill's bet with a huge publicity and marketing campaign. They expect to rake in a bundle, although no one's really saying how much the movie cost.
Fox has told us we're not supposed to talk about the exact number, but I'll tell you this, because we're very proud that it came in on time and on budget. We spent $60 million on Stargate, and this film cost a little bit more, but much less than the $80, $90 million movies that are coming out this year.
Still, the pressure's on.
I constantly said to Dean, oh my God, this kind of an anticipation hopefully kind of will be like kind of deliver.
Whatever happens, cast and crew couldn't be happier about being part of the extravaganza.
Waves of emotion, waves of applause, waves of screaming and havoc on the screen, and big noises in my ears, and big laughs, and big kisses, and just big event.
It's really like you're watching the end of the world happen before your eyes. It's just incredible.
A work of art, for all purposes, is a work for posterity. And I think this film, as a genre space film, is one for posterity.
I was like, oh God, I'm happy I took this role. Thinking, ching, ching.
Should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night, we will not vanish without a fight, we're going to live on, we're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Hey, I told you it's huge, right? And we're just getting started. There's going to be a lot more ahead. Coming up a little later, you're going to be getting the VIP treatment at the big Hollywood premiere. But first, Will Smith gets suited up for his biggest film role yet.
That's a hero face. You felt the hero-ness, right?
Well, if we're not going to actually simply snap reverse.
Behind the scenes.
On the next Uncut, how did Meg Ryan, Homecoming Queen, become America's box office sweetheart?
I have to fake an orgasm with a tuna fish sandwich in my hand.
Meg Ryan Uncut, tonight at 8:30 Eastern, only on E! The next summer event on E! From the beaches of Malibu to the pools of Palm Springs, take a sizzling look at the most daring, provocative, and eye-catching swimsuits the season has to offer. Catch Sexy Swimsuits Sunday night at 9 Eastern and spend your summer with the stars right here on E!
Multiplication can be fun. E's got Melrose Place 5 times a week, August 5th. Watch and learn.
There's a place where UV rays beat down so mercilessly they're nearly twice as intense as the sun's. No, it's not some blazing spot in the equator. It's the Dutch Boy Paint Testing Facility. for we test our exterior house paints to make sure they resist fading, blistering, and peeling. It's one of over 75 tests we do to make sure that when you buy Dutch Boy, you're not just getting a paint that looks beautiful, you're getting a paint that lasts. We guarantee it. Give your home the lasting look of Dutch Boy.
Welcome to Bug Heaven.
We have bigger bugs.
Prehistoric pterodactyl skeeters. We asked Avon Skin So Soft users to compare Skin So Soft repellent to Off-Skintastic for Kids.
Off-Skintastic is not greasy.
No, bugs!
Off-Skintastic for Kids repels mosquitoes for over 2 hours. Skin So Soft repellent doesn't come close.
I used it and I didn't have not one bite.
We've switched.
No bugs, no bites!
It feels great on and keeps bugs off.
Off-Skintastic!
From SC Johnson Wax.
Because you asked for it, the Psychic Solution is back on the road, giving people the chance to find out just how exceptional their psychics really are.
She hit the nail right on the head. She got me. She definitely got me.
She helped me out and made a true believer out of me.
She said that a right one will stick around. He'll prove his love to me, and he's going to be the one for me, so I'm happy.
And I just felt like she was my best friend, you know, or a family member. She knew things about me that only they would know.
I'm adopted, and she was able to tell me that. And I mean, that really blew me away.
Based on the things that she told me, it felt like she actually grew up with me.
Will you recommend this to your friends?
My friends definitely, because I'm hard to convince, and if I'm convinced, my friends will be also.
They might be skeptical at first, but a phone call is all it's going to take, and then they'll change their minds, believe me.
The Psychic Solution wants you to speak to these same real psychics, so call for your free sample reading now.
1-800-218-7379.
Behind the scenes.
Welcome back to E's exclusive look at the making of Independence Day. I'm Bill Pullman, and as you can probably imagine, a movie this scale, magnitude, takes a lot of planning, a lot of effort, and requires expertise of hundreds of talented artists behind the scenes. Kind of funny thing about these people, they're happiest when audiences don't notice their work. They want you to just sit back and enjoy the ride.
It's the real thing. A radio signal from another world.
It's an alien invasion most moviegoers will never forget. And to make Independence Day as realistic as possible, the filmmakers decided to use some basic movie magic techniques combined with state-of-the-art technology to create some very convincing special effects. Most impressive are the miniatures, which were handcrafted in the movie's model shop, where artists molded and painted some amazing sculptures.
Our model shoot started 3 weeks ago and will continue on into next February and is planned as the largest model shoot ever attempted for a feature film. We have visual effects ranging from the simplest kind of models on wires to the most sophisticated CGI computer-generated animation. So it's quite an undertaking.
Independence Day's massive model shop fell under the leadership of Michael Joyce, who supervised the model work for Batman Forever.
This is a destroyer model. We have 3 alien models. We have the mothership, which carries the destroyers, and destroyers which carry the attackers. And this is really preliminary right now. It's a 12-foot disc, and it'll get fully detailed, and we'll make a mold of it. This goes on top, and this is our attacker that lives off of the destroyer. It comes out. And this is basically the alien's fighter.
We will not panic without a fight.
This is one street in New York, and this is 24th scale, which is a ½ inch to the foot. And our camera will be looking down this street, so our detail has got to be a lot better. So this is going to have everything. It'll have working street lights, lamps. All the buildings will be internally lit. Certain windows will be off, you know, just like a real street.
Besides the city streets and alien spaceships, the model makers recreated some very famous monuments.
This is all done out of a real soft foam, about a 4-pound foam. We have a couple shots here, one is from the back, one is from the front. So we'll be seeing most of this person, of this statue. We have a shot of the statue that we use in the movie. Now this one is only shot from the front, so we put all our time and effort into making everything in the front nice and smooth.
The Washington Monument was also brought down to size for an on-screen appearance.
What will happen in this scene is, it's again now that all these ships, we have hundreds upon hundreds of alien destroyer ships, which are about 15-mile diameter, which end up hovering over all the major cities of the world. and then the shadow will come over all these monuments and stuff. So you give a worldwide scale to everything.
And when filmmakers needed some dark, ominous clouds, they didn't have to rely on Mother Nature. In this model shop, they're made to order.
It's a water tank, and it's half salt water and half fresh water. And then we took a wand, and it's different types of paint we use to see which one works best with a light rig behind it, so that backlights the cloud, so it makes it look like there's a fiery effect inside.
Still, no matter how dramatic the effect, it's still up to the actors to sell the action. That's a task that flyboy Will Smith had no problem accomplishing.
This is the really weird part right now because nothing is there. It's like it's just me sitting in the plane and it's not moving, you know, and I have the headset on, and what it is how you do it, because everything will be laid in later digitally, the explosions and all of that stuff.
We're in the clouds, and we come out of the clouds.
He's all over me. I can't shake him. Yes, you can. Come on, baby. Let's go. We got to do a little work. Let's play some ball here. See, I can't breathe.
And you have to move over and see him. No, other side. Other side. Yep.
He sits right here on his microphone, and he says, "There was just an explosion." And I go, you know, and he says, "Okay, you're about to crash." And I say, "No!" You know, so it's like, it's a little difficult, you know. I mean, you're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you. Jimmy, put your mask back on, Jimmy.
Give me an order.
Jimmy, that's an order, Marine. Put your mask back on. Jimmy!
The process is we look on tape at a digital rendering of kind of what they want to get out of the scene. So then I watch that, you know, I practice my no! Or, yeah, man! You know, I practice all that stuff ahead of time. And then, you know, when we get up in there, then he says, "Okay, now it's time for the explosion. 1, 2, 3, boom." You know, and then, reaction. But, you know,
I don't have that much emotion.
Well, yeah, you know, try to keep it down. But, you know, we're having a lot of fun.
Jimmy, stay with me, Jimmy! Jimmy!
Explosion.
Jimmy, no!
We'll find you again.
All right, this what you want to do? That's what you want to do, huh? Come on again! Come again! Okay.
Cut.
All right.
Ooh, Will definitely knows how to keep the atmosphere lively on a set. But there's a few things that may surprise you about Mr. Smith, and may surprise Mr. Smith when we tell you. More on that later. Coming up next, behind-the-scenes action continues on the set of Independence Day, including a little renovation for the White House.
And action!
Behind the scenes.
Tonight on E, come aboard. We're expecting you when E! News sets sail with Gavin McLeod on the Love Boat. And on Uncut, Meg Ryan brushes up on her career as the girl next door.
That's my career, though. Just one big, long, hideously long bad hair day.
Plus, Summer with the Stars delivers a star-packed hour at the premiere of Eraser.
You're watching E, and it stands for Eraser.
Catch E! News Weekend at 6, Meg Ryan Uncut at 8:30, and the premiere of Eraser at 10. Summer with the Stars happens here on E!
It's a trip to paradise, and this man has lost his vacation money. And so has he. This man was carrying cash. But he insisted on American Express traveler's checks. So while he had nobody to turn to, this man called the people at American Express as he tried to contact someone back home. With just one phone call, American Express can refund your lost or stolen traveler's checks just about any time, any place. Don't take chances. Take American Express traveler's checks.
With Lady Speed Stick, the air you wear always seems fresher. The world you walk in always smells cleaner. Because Lady Speed Stick has a unique renewal formula that continually renews its scent and its protection against odor and wetness. And that renewing power does wonders to renew you. Lady Speed Stick renews its scent to renew you. special offer for moms-to-be from Carnation.
Sue's on her way.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like we just had your baby shower.
I know, it does, doesn't it?
Oh, being pregnant. Oh, there's so much to think about.
And you can always use a helping hand. This time I joined Carnation's Special Delivery Club.
Oh, yeah?
It's just for moms-to-be. I got the latest information on nutrition and pregnancy. And now I'm getting savings on things I need for the baby.
Let Carnation help you during this special time. Join the Special Delivery Club free. Call 1-800-851-4242 and receive a welcome package from Carnation, the experts in milk nutrition for over 90 years and the makers of Good Start Infant Formula. You'll get a booklet on nutrition for moms-to-be and their babies and a special mom-to-be planner to help you prepare for your baby's arrival.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, sweetie pie.
Oh, excuse me a second.
Oh, no. Let me. I need to practice. It's never too soon to start.
If you're expecting, join Carnation's Special Delivery Club.
Behind the scenes.
Hi, Bill Pullman, and we're back. We're showing you some of the amazing special effects that happen in this movie, Independence Day. The action is non-stop in this big-time adrenaline rush disaster movie for the 90s, and that's on the screen. Off the screen, well, making a movie is a really time-consuming affair.
The aliens are about to strike, and the White House is one of their first targets. The president and his entourage must escape. But first, Constance, the press secretary, played by Margaret Collin, must talk her boss into letting her ex-husband and his father onto the departing helicopter.
But that's what we're filming, because the audience will know at this point how crucial it is for all of the people that they care about to get on the helicopter.
It's also crucial to get this deceptively simple, dialogue-less scene into the proverbial can. And on this night, that's more easily written in the script than accomplished on the set.
Okay, let's try this again.
Action! Okay, now turn and look inside. Okay, break away. And we cut!
But director Roland Emmerich is still not happy with what he sees. Perhaps a discussion of the action will uncover the elusive missing element.
So this is 9 minutes to go before the count? No. It's 9 minutes later from the last scene.
For Emmerich, this kind of dialogue is standard procedure.
Especially when a lot of actors are together, this process is really important, because even if one, like, in the group has a problem, everybody else should, like, know about that, because it's like this group process. And even at the scene where nobody says anything and they're only running, it's all part of a big puzzle.
But putting the puzzle together correctly is an increasingly tedious process that doesn't always go smoothly.
Don't come so much in. He should touch the railing. He should touch the thing. I want to see our rehearsal again.
See, I wanted to see another rehearsal.
Here we go. You want to go?
It's too late.
Cut.
Very good. That was good.
That take may have been good, but there are still more to come. It'll be a long night for the actors, who must find a way to make the 50th take look as fresh as the first.
I meditate quite a bit, actually. Get my mind off it and get refreshed, and then go back and do it again.
You cut up, you refocus, you watch the monitor, have it play back, see what you accomplished.
So waiting around is not just waiting around. It's the last opportunity that you have to work out with the other actors what you might do, to feel out in yourself what this made-up situation might involve for you and how to make it real.
And the actors will have many more chances to make it real.
Action! And action! Action! Away from the air? She will be shortly. Cut.
I know it's a bend I'm totally trained by it. Judd is trained too.
I know. We're sorry, but it's...
Emmerich may be drained, but after all, he's only the director. Bill Pullman, on the other hand, is ready to go again because he has an even bigger job to do.
I'm the president of the free world.
As president, he has to coordinate the global operation to combat the aliens.
They know exactly where and how.
And our forces?
We're down to 15%. If you calculate the time it takes to destroy a city and move on, we're looking at the worldwide destruction of every major city in the next 36 hours.
For Pullman, the role was not easy.
It's a tough job being president. It's a very frightening thing for an actor. For me, anyway, I find it to be, for some odd reason, kind of like for movies, like the Hamlet of movies. Because everybody's going to do the president once. And it's like Hamlet, you got to decide who he is, what's different about your president than every other president.
Pullman's leader is a former war hero who, prior to the invasion, was a somewhat controversial figure. But the crisis has brought out the best in him.
He has to rise to the occasion, and he does. I'm not leaving.
We have to maintain a working government.
I want you to get the vice president, the whole cabinet, and joint chiefs and take them to a secured location. I'm staying.
Rising to the occasion is something Pullman has done repeatedly in his film career, which started with his role in Ruthless People. His characters in Casper and While You Were Sleeping tagged him as a nice guy. That's a reputation he hesitates to accept.
It's a good compliment, yeah. And it's intended well, you know, and it's meant to be register of something, you know. It's really not true.
That's not what his Independence Day co-star Margaret Collins says.
He's so nice. Like, my voice goes up. I talk to Bill, and my voice goes up. Oh, hi, Bill. How are you? Margaret, we've been doing this movie for 2 months. You can... I can't. You're too nice. I'm nervous.
Pullman may have been nervous about playing the president initially, but now that he's had the experience, he can joke about the possibility of assuming the role for real.
I've been thinking that we'd start our own political party from this movie.
That may be his agenda come November, but before he does that, he's got some urgent business to attend to.
Now what do we do? Address the nation. There's going to be a lot of frightened people out there. One of the great pleasures of working on this movie is that I got a chance to work with some of the most attractive co-stars in the business. During the making of the movie, we got kind of close. We hung around a lot. In that kind of intimacy, I learned that some of them get a little stinky. But, hey, here's one that's not stinky. Stick around. Jeff Goldblum in action on the set. Uh-oh, Jeff, look out for the equipment.
What's going on? Ow.
Behind the scenes.
Holy matrimony! It's the season for celebrity weddings on E! See some of the world's most famous couples as they share the I-dos and don'ts of marital bliss.
Hey, he's great. I love him.
From classic couples and true romance to celebrity swaps and swaps. Plus, we'll show you what it takes to make it down the aisle in celebrity style. You're invited to E's 1-hour special, Celebrity Weddings, Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern on E! Tonight, Summer with the Stars delivers a star-packed hour at the premiere of Eraser.
You're watching E, and it stands for Eraser.
Tonight at 10 Eastern on E!
You extend your dialing finger and dial
1-800-COLLECT.
And why do we dial 1-800-COLLECT instead of 0?
To save people up to 44%.
What if your dialing finger is injured? You may use an alternate finger and still save.
1-800-COLLECT. Learn it, use it, save up to 44%.
JCPenney is pleased to announce a radical innovation for your home. Sheets. The first wrinkle-free 100% cotton sheets by Classic Traditions. Right out of the dryer, these all-cotton sheets are soft, comfortable, and never need ironing. Their special design allows them to fit today's fuller mattresses. Just look for wrinkle-free sheets and a whole lot more right now during our white sale, where you'll uncover great savings on almost everything for your home.
JCPenney.
Before the satin comes the silk, the silky feeling of Caress Moisturizing Body Wash. It has cleansers and essential moisturizers to nourish your skin. Nothing leaves you silkier. So before you dress, Caress.
My friends think I'm crazy. I'm always talking about laundry.
Joe Zarn for Whirlpool, the largest maker of washing machines.
We do over 1,000 loads a day. We test really big loads of laundry. We're always looking for ways to help clothes last. A detergent should do the same thing.
New Intensify Tide Ultra 2. A unique cleaning system helps wash away many tough stains better than regular detergents. It helps keep cottons from fuzzing or fading.
We have loads of fun.
New Tide Ultra 2. It's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide.
Putting Tide in your washer is like putting high octane in your pickup truck.
We bought the business from Jimmy's father. That's why he pushes himself. He doesn't want to disappoint the old man. His back began giving him grief last month. He'd take Advil, plug along, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't enough. So his doctor said to try a leave. Take it every 8 to 12 hours.
No, I like that.
Winds up at the end of the day, a leave is stronger relief than a dose of Advil. A leave was all it took. This year, he may even take a day off.
You take enough for both of us.
Aleve. All day strong, all day long.
Behind the scenes.
Welcome back to E's 60-minute behind-the-scenes look at the making of Independence Day. Obviously, there's a lot of details to work out when you're shooting a movie, and filmmakers sometimes don't want to listen to everybody's opinion. In this one, the filmmakers included the actors in the process.
Actually, you have already your hand here. Yeah. And then he kind of like throws it in your desk here.
Director Roland Emmerich meticulously rehearsed every moment and every shot in the film. Despite the precision, he and producer Dean Devlin did allow a lot of latitude.
Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich knew what they wanted. They have very strong thoughts and feelings about what they want to do, but at the same time are very trusting, cordial, and kind to the actors. They were, to me at least, and I had ideas sometimes about things, and we would collaborate at the, on the day, on the set, and things would develop.
In this particular scene, Jeff Goldblum and Harvey Fierstein play colleagues at a cable company. The moment occurs early on in the film. It was shot, however, almost at the tail end of production.
It's like in chess. First you strategically position your pieces, then when the timing's right, you strike. See? They're positioning themselves all over the world, using this one signal to synchronize their efforts. In approximately 6 hours, the signal's going to disappear and the countdown's going to be over. And then what? Checkmate.
No detail escaped the critical eye of the director. Not even a tiny prop on the wall that moviegoers would never notice in the finished film. Part of what makes this scene flow is the movement of both the actors and the movie camera, called the Steadicam. Think of it as a cinematic tango of sorts. As is often the case, these actors didn't know each other until their day on the set.
Harvey's great. I've never met him before today. And we've not done a thing together yet except for rehearsing this little shot.
It's easy to dismiss the sentiment as typical Hollywood insincerity, but not in the case of Jeff Goldblum. The tall and lanky doctor's son is striking not only in his physical size, but in his intellect and passions, too.
I still find being on a movie set kind of romantic in a way. It's time spent like no other time in your life. You're there because you're with other people who are doing something that they care about passionately.
And when that happens, it all adds up to an exciting film.
Well, I found a signal hidden inside our own satellite system. They're using our own satellites against us. And the clock is ticking.
Goldblum got a chance to watch the movie with an audience. Their response humbled him.
I feel so lucky to be in it, and it's great, I mean, how many times will that happen in your lifetime exactly like that? It's very sweet, very, very thrilling.
For Jeff, being in a blockbuster is nothing new. Still, the mega success of Jurassic Park, that other little movie he was in, didn't make him jaded.
Life is essentially the same, and people on the street, though, are very nice, they've seen you in something, enjoyed you in something. Sometimes the dentist's assistant secretary will say, I see you every night because my kid is 5 and I have to put
Jurassic Park on every single night.
Despite the success and adulation, Goldblum is still critical of his performances, which have been diverse and, one could say, eclectic.
Usually after a movie, I do this. I go through some, just sort of trying to mop up any self-doubt that I had about it. I go, let me see, did I do everything I could have done? Was it as good as I could have made?
During those increasingly rare periods when he's not working, there are other passions that keep Goldblum occupied, be it doing public service announcements for political causes like End Hunger, or spending time with his Jurassic Park leading lady.
Laura Dern is, we're engaged, and I adore her. And we haven't set a wedding date, if that's what you're getting at. We're sort of luxuriating in this engagement time.
Another ongoing passion is teaching acting at the Playhouse West in North Hollywood, California. Goldblum even cast some of his students in his first short film, Little Surprises.
And action!
To his delight, the short earned him an Academy Award nomination.
It was so educational for me and exciting for me, and then finally, I love the whole thing.
There's Jeff the actor, the teacher, the director, and the pianist.
I played since I was a kid and loved music and loved playing the piano, jazz, you know, mostly.
Music remains a favorite pastime, but something else takes center stage in his life.
You know, when I was a kid, I was dying to be an actor and obsessed with the idea I got to be an actor, and it's so lucky to get a chance to study it, to go to New York, to study acting, and to be in a, you know, find yourself there, and then to find yourself able to get jobs and able to act, and then act with good people, and then act in movies and things that people see and want to see, and then that are very popular. It's a very lucky thing.
Time's up. I have to agree with Jeff. We've been very lucky on this one, and the whole thing's been kind of a thrill. From shooting the movie to attending that premiere we've been telling you about. We're going to show that to you a little later on. But coming up first, Will Smith demonstrates for you what it takes to be a world-class hero.
They shooting! Behind the scenes!
On the next Uncut, how did Meg Ryan, Homecoming Queen, become America's box office sweetheart?
I have to fake an orgasm with a tuna fish sandwich in my hand.
Meg Ryan Uncut, tonight at 8:30 Eastern, only on E! The next summer event on E! From the beaches of Malibu to the pools of Palm Springs, take a sizzling look at the most daring, provocative, and eye-catching swimsuits the season has to offer. Catch Sexy Swimsuits Sunday night at 9 Eastern and spend your summer with the stars right here on E! Tonight, Summer with the Stars delivers a star-packed hour at the premiere of Eraser.
So you're watching E, and it stands for Eraser.
Tonight at 10 Eastern on E!
Of all the eye drops you can buy, Visine is the only one recommended by pharmacists 4-to-1 over any other brand. Visine's formula gives you 100% of the relief you need. Visine, it gets the red out.
Well, Doc, it all started about a year or so ago. I started hearing these voices everywhere I went.
10 cents, 1 dime, and it's good forever.
Good idea. Sometimes I hear this strange counting.
1 minute, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes.
Now I can't go anywhere without the voices. Doc, in all your years, does it remind you of anything? Doc? Doc?
Actually, Caddis, it reminds me that I want to call Sprint for that dime rate myself.
Boy.
Call for Sprint's dime rate yourself and get 100 minutes free.
When you're outside and you want bugs gone, now there's an off that you don't put on.
Just light off citronella candles and enjoy a delightful night.
Now use the off that you don't put on.
Off citronella candles, S.C. Johnson Wax.
Because you asked for it, the Psychic Solution is back on the road, giving people the chance to find out just how exceptional their psychics really are.
She hit the nail right on the head. She got me. She definitely got me.
She helped me out and made a true believer out of me.
She said that a right one will stick around. He'll prove his love to me, and is going to be the one for me, so I'm happy.
And I just felt like she was my best friend, you know, or a family member. She knew things about me that only they would know.
I'm adopted, and she was able to tell me that. And I mean, that really blew me away.
Based on the things that she told me, it felt like she actually grew up with me. Will you recommend this to your friends?
My friends definitely, because I'm hard to convince, and if I'm convinced, my friends will be also.
They might be skeptical at first, but a phone call is all it's going to take, and then they'll change their minds, believe me.
The Psychic Solution wants you to speak to these same real psychics, so call for your free sample reading now.
Try it now. Call 1-800-987-9685.
Behind the scenes.
Hi, I'm Bill Pullman, and you're watching E's 1 hour special, Behind the Scenes of Independence Day. Just to recap here, in the movie, I play the President of the United States. And it's my job to figure out how to fight the alien invaders who are trying to wipe out the Earth. Sometimes I do this. Ah! And that takes them out. Sometimes they keep coming back. Oh no, oh no. I'm about to be destroyed, but I get some help from a guy who has all the right moves.
Before Bel Air beckoned, Will Smith, along with DJ Jazzy Jeff, reigned as a rapper in his native Pennsylvania.
Your parents just don't understand. My teachers in school used to call me Prince all the time, you know, because I was a pretty charming young man.
Will named himself Fresh Prince, and the name stuck.
You remember when Fresh started to be the new hip slang? Exactly. So I just put the Fresh with the Prince and called it Fresh Prince.
His charm, as well as his talent, hit the right note with the music industry.
P-R-I-N-C-E, Prince. They gave us cash. We got cash for the first time, and I was like,
you got paid.
Whoa, I got paid.
Fortune and fame fell in his lap, and at the age of 17, Will won a Grammy for Best Rap Performance. His star started to shine, but his feet were firmly planted on the ground.
Awards and all of that, and fame and fortune, all of that is nice, but the bottom line is your family, and you have to live with your family, and you have to live with yourself.
Will was living large when he met Benny Medina and Quincy Jones, who were producing a show about a hip black teenager. When Will walked in, they knew they'd found a fresh face to bring to Bel Air.
Will burned it up I think after 5 minutes they said, forget it, he's in.
Art imitated life, and a TV star was born.
For the most part, the character was derived from different aspects of my multifaceted personality.
From the brother of Bel Air to the bad boy of movies, Will Smith's television success spawned a budding film career.
If I do a good job, then, the sky's the limit.
And now, Will Smith is flying high as he soars towards superstardom in his latest role as a pilot pursuing aliens in Independence Day.
Y'all better get out the way, because I'm going to start shooting. I'm the only pilot in the history of film that crashes everything he flies in the movie and is considered a great pilot. Do I look like a Marine? I'm a captain. I'm a Marine pilot. I fly the F-18 Hornet.
Anything you want to add to this briefing, Captain Hiller?
No, sir. Just a little anxious to get up there and whoop E.T.'s ass, that's all. Everybody wants to save the world, to have your shot, and that moment of glory and the whole planet cheering you. You gotta love that. You gotta love it.
Oh, there he goes, thinking you all that. But you are not as charming as you think you are, sir.
Yes, I am.
Come and get!
You crash something, you do something like real bad, but then you just walk out. Because being a hero is all in the face. I've been practicing this hero stuff. It's in the face.
But as Will candidly confesses, the true test of an action hero lies not in the measure of his muscles, but in his bottom line.
They took my butt. I didn't like that. I guess they can't put like a big butt on an action figure, because it costs extra.
No buts about it. Fighting aliens is no easy task, not even for a prince.
I guess working out was the most grueling part. I got myself into marine condition for this film.
Kick the tires and light the fires, Big Daddy.
what I call a close encounter.
Still to come, you're going to meet the creative geniuses who have managed to pull off an amazing movie, I think. We'll be right back.
Behind the scenes.
Tonight on E! Come aboard. We're expecting you when E! News sets sail with Gavin McLeod on the Love Boat. And on Uncut, Meg Ryan brushes up on her career as the girl next door.
My career, though, just one big, long, hideously long bad hair day.
Plus, Summer with the Stars delivers a star-packed hour at the premiere of Eraser.
You're watching E! And it stands for Eraser.
Catch E! News Weekend at 6, Meg Ryan Uncut at 8:30, and the premiere of Eraser at 10. Summer with the Stars happens here on E!
I love this. Who should I call?
Anybody who enjoys saving.
My mother's quite thrifty.
Dial 1-800-COLLECT, the number you're calling, and say your name.
Pa, I saved you up to 44%, almost all by myself.
1-800-COLLECT. Learn it, use it, save up to 44%.
At Iams, we know that having a cat can do wonders for a person's health and happiness. It can lower blood pressure, reduce stress, helping us lead longer, fuller lives. Well, now you can return the favor by feeding your cat Iams every day. Cats love its taste, and it's more nutritious because its quality ingredients are more digestible. Iams cat food, good for life. From the Iams Company.
With Lady Speed Stick, the air you wear always seems fresher. Because Lady Speed Stick renews its scent and its protection. Lady Speed Stick renews its scent to renew you.
Hi, E.
Hi, E.
Hi, E. Where's F and G?
Can you improve your love life in 24 hours? You can if you're incredibly spontaneous, hopelessly romantic, completely in control, and have effective 24-hour protection for the prevention of pregnancy with no hormonal side effects. New Advantage 24 Contraceptive Gel. You've got 24 hours. Take advantage of it.
What if I pick the wrong college?
Derek?
What if I can't get into college?
What if I don't want to sit through 4 more years of class?
What if they make me take a bunch of classes that I don't need?
What if I can't afford 5 years?
What if I can't get a
job?
Tracy?
What if there's another way? Call ITT Tech at 1-800-942-0099.
Behind the scenes.
We're back with more of E's behind-the-scenes look at Independence Day. As you've seen, the visual effects in the movie are pretty amazing, but even the most incredible pictures sometimes aren't always enough. You have to crank up the volume.
The smash is spectacular, but believe it or not, much of the sound captured on the set won't make it to the movie theater. It'll be the task of the Foley artists to bring the terror of this scene to life. E's own Art Man visited the studio where John Rosh and Hilda Hodges were weaving their magic.
These cars have been thrown via a fireball wind through the air down onto other cars. So we need sounds of big pieces of metal hitting metal. We have some things that we like to use a lot of. In fact, you're going to get one of my favorites, my old oil pan cover, which has a nice resonance to it, and I guess it's got a little beef there too. Then I've got part of an iron spike here, and Hilda's got the screechers, as we call them.
car parts and a screecher? This will make a really horrible nails on chalkboard sound for you.
All right. Right now, Mary Jo's getting us set up for this first car coming down. We normally get down right here.
All right, what am I doing with this? I'm just clanking this?
Yeah, you want to take that puppy and hit it there as hard as you can when you see that car come down into frame. Okay, and there's a little beep light there. It's going to go 3 times. Then we're going to go ready. Pretty good. Hilda's going to set us up on the next thing.
It's going to be the cars lifting up.
There's a shockwave that's forcing all these cars to be pushed ahead. The aliens have released their death ray hammer below, and they cause a firestorm. And in front of the firestorm is a shockwave that's pushing everything out of its way.
This is the famous Screecher. What you're going to do is you'll put that down on there, and when you see these cars lift up, you're going to pull that almost like nails on a chalk. Yeah, that's it. So, and Hilda's going to do the same thing next to you there.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yow.
What a great sound.
And with that sound, Art, we would probably add anywhere from 15 to 20 more channels worth. So in other words, we'd put all those things together and you'd hear, hopefully, the sound and or feeling of that car coming up.
Rosh and Hodges may have learned a few tricks over the years, like twisting celery to imitate the sound of breaking bones. Crunching through a gravel bed for footsteps on the driveway. And patting a wig to simulate petting the family dog. But the most important thing to Rosh is that all their efforts remain invisible to the moviegoers.
Our job is strictly, if you believe what you see on the screen and don't know that we've done our job, then we indeed have done our job.
And the people that they do that job for are the production team of Emmerich and Devlin.
This is Dean Devlin, because this is Dean Devlin is the writer, producer, director. Also, you're doing a little bit of second unit directing. Roland Emmerich is, you know, the director. Dean is like his buddy, you know. So he's like, Roland's like, look, man, I'm gonna do this shot. Dean, why don't you go handle it with Will, you know? And they give him a second camera, and it's called the second unit.
Actually, Devlin does a lot more than just look after the second unit on the set. As the producer of Independence Day, he and director Emmerich collaborate on, well, just about everything.
Dean and Roland work together, a true cooperative duo. I would say most directors would not have that trust to allow that kind of input from a producer-writer. I think what makes for the success of this movie, the trust that these two fellows had in one another. I've never seen it before.
The duo traces the source of their partnership to a fondness for the same kind of movies, as well as a genuine respect for each other's opinions.
We are allowed to discuss with each other, with great volume, our passion for the movie, with total honesty. And we always know that we'll always tell each other the truth. And as we argue over the movie amongst ourselves, when we get to the set, everybody is a little bit more prepared to talk about the film because we've already exhausted every argument.
Roland and Dean are nice fellas, and they really want you to bring what you can to the party.
The party is over now, and those nights on the set have developed into a finished film, one that Devlin and Emmerich crafted more from the viewpoint of moviegoers than filmmakers.
Our attitude is simply, what movie do we want to go see Friday night that we would stand in line for 2.5 hours to see it? And if that movie's not playing, let's go make it.
Okay, at the beginning of the show, I promised that you'd get an inside look at our Hollywood premiere. We thought it was kind of fun, kind of exciting. Lots of lights, lots of high voltage stardom. We'll be right back.
Behind the scenes.
An innocent woman turned professional call girl.
Tell me why you're selling yourself! I make $1,000, Daddy.
A distinguished professor with a taste for the wild life.
Well, I hope that we can be friends.
So we can?
Now a forbidden love affair turns into a dangerous obsession.
Things have gotten out of hand, Bill.
Richard Crenna stars.
I promise I'll make it up to you, I promise.
The High Price of Passion. This Saturday night, July 6th, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Only on E!
This portion of E! Entertainment Television is brought to you by De Beers. A diamond is forever.
Diamond engagement ring. How else could 2 months' salary last forever?
It came out of the blue.
Soft Soap Body Wash, a new antibacterial body wash that washes away germs head to toe without drying your skin. New Soft Soap Body Wash has a gentle antibacterial formula plus special moisture beads. Your skin will feel soft, not greasy. It's a gentle way to wash away germs. New Soft Soap Gentle Antibacterial Body Wash. Wash away the germs, not the softness.
Everybody needs some money sometime. Everybody needs some cash somehow.
When you need money fast, hello, Dad. Count on Western Union. We send more money to more people in more places in the U.S. and around the world than anyone else.
Something in my heart just told me sometime is now.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide.
There's a place where UV rays beat down so mercilessly they're nearly twice as intense as the sun's. No, it's not some blazing spot in the equator. It's the Dutch Boy Paint Testing Facility, where we test our exterior house paints to make sure they resist fading, blistering, and peeling. It's one of over 75 tests we do to make sure that when you buy Dutch Boy, you're not just getting a paint that looks beautiful, you're getting a paint that lasts. We guarantee it. Give your home the lasting look of Dutch Boy.
Behind the scenes.
Welcome back to E's Behind the Scenes of Independence Day. You know, Hollywood has a pretty great tradition. You work really hard on a movie, and then they throw you a big party to celebrate. Take a look.
Uh-oh, somebody's coming. Who's coming?
Not the aliens again. No, it's the cast of Independence Day and their friends. Well, the aliens sure tried to put a damper on things, but without giving away the ending of Independence Day, the stars did show up for the premiere, dressed to the nines.
There's a lot of testosterone here, so they needed my hormones.
Where are they heading? The post-premiere party. Where else? Hollywood isn't safe. The aliens could come back, you know.
The world were being invaded by aliens. What would you do?
I would do whatever the aliens told me to. I would tell on all my friends, just so they would let me live.
I would try and find my family immediately.
I would hope if they've seen the alien movies, they'd know that I was one of their potential friends with a lot of experience in this area.
I would like run as fast as I can, you know, and then kind of check out, you know, if they're like, and then I come back when they're friendly. But then I should like wait a little bit because I have to first check out if they're like really pissed about my movie.
So next time we have a major disaster, you are the person we should call.
Call me. Yes, I'm the one.
I'd make sure I went to Barney's first.
I have a bottle of champagne I keep in my refrigerator for emergencies. Yeah, emergencies and invasions.
Being exterminated.
Is Daddy gonna save the world?
Well, that's our behind-the-scenes special on the making of Independence Day. Go see this movie. You're going to have a good time. And remember, for the latest entertainment news and the information you got to have, keep watching E!
All right, and I'm going to rip you away from these cameras and put you in that cockpit. All right, gentlemen. So you got to let it bounce a little bit. That's what the Marines taught me. I went down with the Marines from El Toro. And you know, you got to like stick it. You stick it. Yeah. You
One Day at a Time is next on E! Entertainment Television. Little secret between you and me, I always had a crush on Barbara.